The wrong way of doing something is way more expensive than the right way of doing it. The cheap way is way more expensive than just spending the extra money and going the expensive way. You know how rich people look at money? This is how I always looked at it. I'm paying for the inconvenience. I'm paying so I don't have to go through the inconvenience. I'm paying so I don't have to stand and go through all of the drama and all the unnecessary stuff that all the people who want to be cheap is going. That's really what you're doing. It's not about what it costs, it's about the quality of what it is. Now, somebody really just trying to get over on you, yeah, it's about what it costs. But when you pay a little extra money, it's so much different and so much easier and so much smoother and less money it will cost you if you just paid and went the right route. Now, I got a guy, he's just a great example. I did business with him, and I'm seeing him drive a little regular car, and the dude, you know, he in the gold business. And in the gold business, you supposed to be driving some big shit with what you know how to do. But he don't. And right away when I see stuff like that, I know that there's something wrong with that picture. So then I start doing business with him. And this is the shit that he does. He is real cool with doing the business with the prices he charge. As long as you're buying something from him, he gonna be real cool to get the money from you. Real cool. But after he gets the money from you, and there's other things that he was supposed to do or something he didn't do right, then he lollygags around. He hard to get a hold of. But when you gotta give him the money, very easy to find, very this. Right away, this is how I see it. If that guy put as much energy into getting the money from you, if he put as much energy as he did in getting the money from you into actually keeping you happy, he would have a lot more customers. People would refer people to him. He would make a lot more money, and then he wouldn't be driving what he would be driving. It's like common sense. And the more I look at it, it's just little stuff, but it's a big deal to the people who paying. You have to cater to people in life. In life, to make money, you have to be successful, you have to be known and liked by a lot of people, or just very known by a lot of people. And they have to want to do business with you. You're not going to be successful if people don't know who you are. You're not going to be successful if people don't like the way you do business. To do business good, it's not just how good you are at something, it's being a people's person. A lot of them could be a great salesman and get you to buy something one time. But a really good people's person and salesman can make you happy enough that you'll come there and just spend just because you like the way you're getting treated. And people don't really understand that. I got another homeboy, works at a shoe store. He was at Best Buy. I come in there, I would, buy shit out of Best Buy. I need a lot of cameras and shit. Well, he stopped working at Best Buy, and he went to working at a shoe store. And he was like, oh, this guy changed my life. I'm making more money at the shoe store. I'm putting in all these hours. I remember you from over there. You was a really good customer over there. I'm so happy you came over here. Oh, you know what, man? I'm going to take care of you over here. Anything you need, da-da-da-da. So he gives me his number. He tells me, I see a pair of shoes. I'm just seeing the store new for the first time. So I'm coming in there to check the store out. So I see a pair of shoes. I'm real picky. I don't just like stuff. It could look good, I still won't buy it. Because I budget my money. I only buy something if it really grabs me and it's just what I want. And I actually wear it and I'm going to do something with it. If I'm not, then I don't. And if I buy something and I end up not doing nothing with it, I end up going and giving it to somebody on the street that need it. Instead of just selling it back, it'd be too late for me to take it back. I just give it away. And I've always done that since I was 18. A lot of my stuff is well maintained because I take care of everything. So I see a pair of shoes in the store I like, and I like them. I got the shoes at home, but they made them instead of a high top, they made them like a quarter top. And they looked better. So I'm like, shit, you know what? And they was in the color I like. So I'm like, you know what? I actually will buy these shoes. I didn't want to buy no more right now. But these I could use because I need the color. And I don't really got but a couple pairs of black ones because I gave everything away that I didn't wear. So he's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to look it up the store. And I'm going to tell you who got it because we ain't got your size. He checked the back, didn't have it. So, okay, cool. He turns around and tells me, West Palm Beach got your size. You'll have to do a little drive, but it's our same store. And I know the people over there, and the owners are real cool with me, and I've checked, they got your size. It's there. You just got to do the drive. I already did all the check for you. So I'm like, he said, but they only got a couple pair, so you got to go over there. So I go over to the store. The next day, I drive all the way to the store. They never had my size. But, you know, I call him up. He don't answer. I text him. He don't answer. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, they don't got the size. I'm trying to overlook the situation. I leave him a message and I'm like, hey, man, I went up to the store. I need to get a hold of you. I need you to call me back. They don't got my size like you said. I'm overlooking the fact that he didn't even do his job, and I done drove almost 2 hours to get the damn shoe, and it ain't there. And then the guy was like, I could just go to the warehouse and get you the size you want at our warehouse, and I could bring it back tomorrow, but you'll have to. I'm like, nah, I'm not driving all the way back. I would just order it online if that's the case. So he never calls me back. He never says anything. And I'm like, this is why you left. You didn't do so well at Best Buy. This is the same reason why you ain't doing, you putting in hours at the job, but you're not the most liked at the job. And the most liked is the one that's going to really make the money because that's the one that people want to deal with. He wasn't trying to, he could, if it was, I was in his shoes, I would have hustled. I would, even if I ain't getting it, I want the customer to be happy. I don't want somebody to see me and my face is dirty. You know, my face is dirty with them and they don't really want to deal with me, but I'm going to try to go around them and act like I ain't one of them niggas. I'm just not good at acting and pretending. And if you ain't good at something, I'm not fucking with you. I'll give you a couple of tries, but if you ain't getting it right, I ain't fucking with you. I'm going on and moving on to the next thing. I ain't got time for that shit. So he never got back to me. The dude with the gold, I bought all this shit from him. He took my molds, said, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna get you the molds back. I'm gonna get you a better mold. He gave me a sloppy mold. It was all fucked up, shaped. You know, I was expecting, you know, the old mold we made in elementary school, the nice mold. It was all fucked up. He a professional. He been doing this shit for 20 plus years. He good at what he do, but he not a good businessman. He not a good people's person. So he don't make the money he should make because he don't put that little bit of effort in. Goes a long way with people, especially people with money, especially white folks, especially old folks. And a lot of young folks love it because they like, man, this dude gave me real good service. You know what? I'm going to go back and go check him out. He'll be able to help me out. I'm going to go, and then he'll end up getting sales that he wouldn't have never got just because he was nice. But people don't get that shit. They like one-time niggas. They do something one time, get that one-time money, and then they disappear and they think they came up till they go broke. Then they start going broke because they bad with money to begin with. They're not good with budgeting their money. So they don't look at the future and say, man, this little money ain't really going to help me. I really got to have, you know, this much money. And you got to have a goal. You got to know what you're going to do with money. If you just get money and don't know what you're going to do with it, you just be sitting there with it. And if you're sitting there with it, you're going to blow it. You're going to pay bills with it. You're going to blow it on dumb shit because you never really had a goal. Goals are very important in life. I've set goals for myself for almost 20 years and I love it. I couldn't see living life no way without it because without a goal, you don't know where you're going. You just floating around. You just doing shit to do. You know, you're working to work. You're punching the clock to punch a clock. If I worked at any real major job where I punched the clock, I would have a lot to show for it because I would set goals and I would achieve them damn goals. I'm not going to just get the money and just sit and just pay bills. You pay bills until you die. And guess what? I saw people get bills after they died. And that shit blew me away. one of the relatives died and they were still getting bills after they died. And I was like, damn, these motherfuckers want you in the afterlife. You ain't never getting away from this shit. The only time they stop is till they find out you dead. Once they find out you dead, that's it. But they still sending you bills while you in the afterlife. Which tells me it's more to life than this shit right here. For me, it is. I'm not having it, bro. I just can't do it. And I just needed to say that because when I look at all the little pieces that if you filled those in like in these people's lives, how much it would improve the whole rest of their life. Like example, when I set a goal in the gym, I don't look at just the goal. I look at all the little things I would need to achieve to get that goal to become real. So I look at all the things I'm gonna need to do, and I look at what I'm not doing presently. So I have to sacrifice what I'm not doing, what I'm doing that's not good, for what I need to do to get the result I want. So I'm looking at what it will take for me to reach this goal. Example, let's say I wanted to gain 10 pounds and I wanted to gain 10 pounds of lean muscle in 30 days. Then I'm looking at how much time I go to the gym, how much time I spend in the gym, what I'm eating like, and what I'm not eating like. And then I look at what would it take for me to reach that goal. Well, I would have to put more time in the gym. I would have to, on top of putting more time in the gym, I would have to put in harder work in the gym. If I ain't working hard, I usually always work hard. So that's not really the issue. I give 110%. So the work hard part is out, but I have to put in more time in the gym, more days in the gym. So if I was going 2 days a week, now I got to go 4 days a week. Them extra 2 days going to make a big difference. An extra 1 day will make a big difference. Then I got to go more reps, more weight, more time in there, and constantly beat them body parts down and do hundreds of reps on those body parts to make them change quickly. So when I combine all those little things together, here's what happens. It gives a big reaction back in the areas that I wanted because I focused the energy to the areas that I wanted to see changed. So I can predict where I'm going to be in the gym 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. I can predict what my body's going to be. I can know, especially when you know what you're doing and how to do it, then it's just the formula part. Since I've been doing the formula for so long, I already know the formula. So all I really have to do is just sacrifice my time. So if I was sitting there and I was doing washing the car, then I would have to wash them a little sooner, and then I would have to go ahead and go right after doing that and go to the gym where I wasn't going to the gym before. If I was watching TV, I would have to stop watching the TV and put the time in the gym. If I was going to the club and it was like, okay, I need to go Friday and Saturday night, then I would have to sacrifice that club to go to the fucking gym. So these are the things you have to sacrifice. Then if I was eating bad, I would have to cut all the bad stuff out instantly and replace it with only quality stuff. So if I combine all those things together, more time in the gym, more days of the week of the gym, better food and getting rid of the bad food, right there I'm going to see major change. And putting in those hundreds of reps on those body parts I want, I'm going to see major change in those areas because of those little things that I just sacrificed. A bunch of little shit make the big shit, people. It's the little shit that shows you what the big shit really is, people. When you meet somebody and you talking to them and you want to know what you're dealing with, pay attention to the little shit. Oh, she wouldn't even open the door hold the door for these people. She didn't even care about cutting in front of them. She has a real horrible attitude and nasty ways towards those people. That's who she really is. When she get mad with you, all that shit that she do when she's angry with people is gonna go to you. And her being considerate, she's not. She's only being considerate in front of you, to you, because she likes you. But normally she's not a considerate person. That's what it means. So you have to prepare for the fact that if I date this person, I'm gonna have to do this and do that because she not really considerate. That shit gonna stop because she just doing it to do it. She got a real bad attitude. I would have to deal with that. Can I handle that for a lifetime, or do I want to be in a relationship with that for a long period of time and be tied to that? Or, how do I want this to go? So you got to look at shit, because that's the shit you got to deal with. Your mama ain't got to deal with it. Your people ain't got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. So with you having to deal with it, and that being said, you got to make the best decision that's best for you. Not for mama, not for a cousin or sister or brother, for you. Because you the one that got to lay with the person and deal with that person. And so it don't matter if they like, I heard all kind of crazy shit from women like, oh, my family like you. Oh, my kids like you. I ain't finna marry your family. I ain't finna date your kids. I ain't gonna be sleeping with your family. I'm dealing with you. So it don't matter that they like me. If I don't like you, it ain't all that's irrelevant. I'm not even gonna be around those people like that if I don't like you. So it's like, nah, man. It's like, nah, why would I, just because I get along with them, talk to you? That shit sound crazy. So, but you got crazy people out there that they really think that that's how it's supposed to go. The guy with the car, he think that he just supposed to get the nicer cars and have all the money because what he not understanding is it don't work like that. You got to appease people to get what you want in life. You got to go through people to get to where you trying to go. Every door you go through, you're going to have to go through people. And when you get through that door, you're going to have to go through more people to get to the next door. It's always going to be people in front of where you trying to go. Always. That's life. You're never going to avoid that. Never. So that's that. Let me go in here and run in this store and take care of my stuff, but I needed to say that.